Welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about this light, the Nanlite Forza 60B Mark II. And it's the perfect light if you don't have any lights yet and you're looking for an affordable option to get into the market. Or if you have a bunch of lights and you don't have a lot of space in your studio, this is the perfect light because it doesn't take up a lot of space, because it's tiny. Let's get into the video. Because I don't have a lot of space in my studio here, I appreciate lights that are not as big, but still have enough output that I can shoot all my product videos here. And the Nanlite Forza 60B Mark II is just that. As you can see, it's tiny, but still has a lot of output. It has an output of 6,500 lumen. I think it's at 1 meter at 5600 Kelvin. And if you go to tungsten, it's a little bit less, but still that's a good number for a tiny light like this. It's also very accurate with a CRI of 96 and a TLCI of 98, which is really important when I shoot product videos because the colors have to be accurate. Also, the CCT ranges from 2700 Kelvin all the way up to 6500 Kelvin, which gives you a variety of options. You can use this light if you want to create a more warmer light, just put it onto tungsten, and if you want to shoot something colder or daylight, just put it onto 5600 Kelvin. I recently used the light for a product video I shot for a ginger beer company, and it is mostly the only light I used. I mean, I used the Pavo tubes a little bit, but the main light was the Forza 60B Mark II. And it was really handy that it's so small because I can easily rig it up to a little tripod and have it sit on the ground. My bigger lights are just way too big for that, and it's harder to rig them up because they're way heavier. So I appreciated the lightweight and the small form factor of the 60B because it made it way easier to make the light stay in place. So as all the Nanlite products, it comes in this padded carrying case with the Nanlite logo on there. It's actually a pretty nice case, and then you see the name of the light on here. And when I open this up, let's do this kind of awkward angle. So when I open this up, there's the light in here, which is tiny. And then you also get this device, which is a little hand grip, and you can attach batteries to, so you can walk around with the light, and it's battery powered. It's actually really cool. I'm gonna show you more of this later. But then it also gets this adapter. It's a bones mount adapter. You can mount it on the front of the light, and you can attach bones mounts, reflectors or whatever, or soft boxes, whatever you need. So that's a little handy thing to have. And then obviously you get a power cable. And then also what you get is this little reflector here. So you can shape the light a little bit. I use this on the commercial for getting the light nice and round, so that's really handy. And then you also get a little carrying strap here. The light is full DMX control if you want to control it remotely, or you can also control it via the Nanlight app. You can control it via Bluetooth, and you can sync it with other lights, which is actually a really handy feature to have. If you're out in the forest and you don't have any power, you can power it with the batteries. They go right here, and then you can attach this little softbox here, and then you can do some filming with some soft light. I guess you need 2 batteries, and then you get some nice softbox light. It's pretty mobile with that device, and then you can change the intensity here or the color temperature. It goes all the way from 6500 to all the way to 2700 to make it a little warmer. And yeah, it's just pretty easy. You can just like have it handheld, walk around. Then you can have different mounts. I have the softbox on because I took some portraits, but there's also the spotlight where you can have like a spot of light going on some subject to highlight it. So yeah, this is a good option if you're out off grid to be mobile with the lighting, if you're out here in the forest like I am. So this is pretty good. The improvements from the Mark II version of this light are, if you use the battery grip, the light runs up to 30% longer on the batteries. It also has one more practical effect built in, so the light comes with 12 practical effects. Now I think the previous version only had 11, so you get all the fancy stuff like bad bulb or like pulsing and everything. But yeah, this is cool to have if you want to create some cool, interesting scenes. You are covered with the effects that the light puts out. Another improvement from the Mark I version is that the fans runs a little quieter, about 10%, and you can also shut the fan off now. I don't know if you could do that on the first version, but you can shut it off on this one for sure if you want to record some audio and don't want the extra noise on there. The light comes in at $319 US, which is actually pretty affordable for a light like this. which that amount of output and that amount of versatility I loved when I have it in the forest and was running around with it. It's pretty cool to use, and it just can run out of these 2 NPF batteries. So it can run 90 minutes on 100% brightness on 2 NPF batteries. I mean, it also kind of depends what batteries you get, but if you get the good ones, they claim it runs for 90 minutes. So yeah, my conclusion is I really like this light. I actually gonna use it a lot because I don't have a lot of space, and sometimes I don't want to put out bigger lights, or it's just like not necessary to have them. This light has a lot of power. I also love that I can just like battery power it and run around with this little grip and the small batteries. And then it's pretty affordable for if you don't have any lights yet. It might be a good option to get your first light. For $319 US, I think it's a good price for a light like this. So yeah, that is it. Thanks so much for sticking around until the end of the video. I hope you learned something today. As always, a free and easy way to support the channel is hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, you might consider doing so. I'd really appreciate it. If you have any questions, shoot me a message on Instagram at sebpicmedia, and I'll see you in the next video.